Good evening, everyone. You're all welcome to day 3 of the Tech Uni Open Day series. We've had 2 sessions of our Tech Uni Open Day series. Just by way of introduction, I'm Dr. Kelvin Alaneme. I'm the founder of Career and Educational Services, CareerEdu, and also the founder of Tech Uni. I'm a medical doctor based in the UK. I'm also a tech entrepreneur, and Tech Uni is an online digital learning platform that enables people to upskill in tech. So what we do in Tech Uni is to help people, especially those who have no idea of tech, to learn practical skills that they can monetize to pull themselves and people around them out of multidimensional poverty. The first cohort started in January, and data analysis is big. So we launched Tech Uni because we sincerely believe that tech is the easiest way to leverage, for Africans to leverage and solve Africa's problem. Most of the problems we have in Africa can be resolved through tech, creating digital solutions that can go a very long way in solving our problem. An example is Flutterwave. Okay, there used to be a time when it's very difficult to make payments, but Flutterwave came, created a solution, and now it's easier to make payments for goods and services from anywhere in Africa as well as anywhere in the world. So Flutterwave as a company is worth over $1 billion. And this is a tech company created by Africans for Africa as a means of solving Africa's problems. So this is what we mean when we say we need people to upskill. So essentially, Tech Uni is filling a vacuum. For a lot of persons who studied in school are unemployed, we want you to actually look towards tech because tech is changing the way things are. I made a post today about how tech is changing the landscape, especially the landscape of work. When we were growing up, the biggest flex used to be you wake up, you wear your suit and tie, and you go to work. That used to be a big flex. But now, people work remotely from the comfort of their homes, wearing their pajamas and earning 10 times what the regular work people earn. I know of data analysts who earn in, tens of thousands of dollars and pounds by just working remotely for companies, either in the US, in the UK, or in Europe. So the essence of this is to introduce you to data analysis as a field. All you need to start a career as a data analyst, you will learn today. And everything you need to get started, we have packaged it in Tech Uni. Currently, the February cohort registration is ongoing. I'm going to put the link to register in the chat section. And if you want to register, you can as well do that. All right. With no further ado, I'm going to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is well respected. He's an expert in the field. He is currently the faculty lead of data analysis at Tech Uni. His name is Fanen Solomon Iorwuese. He is very, very good, a very, very well-known instructor. So he's going to tell us everything we need to know about beginning a career as a data analyst in tech, as well as, earning opportunities, career opportunities. What do you need to know? And he's going to take this from the perspective of someone who knows nothing. So if you have no knowledge of data or data analysis, don't be frightened, okay? This session is going to be both enlightening and eye-opening. So let us join hands with me to welcome Fanen. Fanen, I'll yield the mic to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity to meet with these great people. Thank you. I hope you can all hear me from anywhere you are. If you can all hear me, I'll be okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I will go straight to the point. I would like to share my screen so that everybody can see some few points that I have. Okay, I hope you can all see my screen over there. If you can see my screen, I'll be okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Feel
Okay,
free
thank you so much.
feel free to make it in the slide view session.
Yeah. Sure, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Okay, I hope it's okay now.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you everybody for joining this amazing class, because it's going to be an eye-opening for everybody, because just like I believe our boss already said all that you need to know, as in pertaining to opportunities that you can have as a data analyst. In fact, there are a lot of opportunities, because as a data analyst, data analyst is actually a field that has so many jobs opportunities. Because as a data analyst, you can actually even work as a project manager, as because of the skill of a data analyst. Because it's just, in fact, most of the jobs you see today are, most of the tech jobs, they don't really need your, let's just say, they don't need your physical ability to do them. They just need your creativity. So an analyst is someone that, just the way analyst is someone that has a creative way of thinking. You understand? Because it's actually one of the skills that you have as a data analyst. It helps you to think creatively, that is in solving problems, and anything you just find yourself, anywhere you find yourself, you just have to think creatively to just come up with a good solution. So we'll be looking at okay. Can you still see my screen? Because I have to stop sharing. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, this type, and we'll be looking at just some few things. Order of discussion, we're looking at what is data analysis, because you have to understand what you want to do. So you look at this, what is data analysis, types of data analysis, and all of that. So these are just an overview of data analysis. Data analysis is actually a process of obtaining raw data and subsequently converting it into information useful for decision making. Now, data is collected and analyzed to answer questions, test hypotheses, and disprove theories. The increase in data generally, the 10th data analyst has found its prominence today. However, to become a data analyst, there are some set of requirements like this, just required data analyst skills, and a few steps that you have to follow before you can become an analyst. So in this presentation, starting a career as a data analyst, you will get an in-depth understanding of what you must do to become a data analyst. So I'll help you guys to get that. So what is data analysis? That is a big question here. Now, data analysis, you can define it. The definition is actually relational. What I mean by that is someone that is, if I'm working in the hospital as a data analyst, then I'm analyzing data, but it's not the same as someone that is working in the bank. Now, these two people, they can define data analysis, based on the kind of data they are dealing with. Do you understand? Based on the kind of data they are dealing with, they can decide to define analysis on the way they understand it and the way they use it. Yes. So, but in general, like in the general term is this: data analysis is a process of cleaning, changing, and processing raw data, extracting actionable, relevant information that helps businesses to make informed decisions. Now, the first step here is this: is like, if you look at my definition that I put together here, I said it's a process of cleaning. And it's very important that, because the process of cleaning data is actually the first step, because you get data from sources that are not, the data may not be that clean enough to be used. And the data may be very, very, so just like you get it, maybe assume you extract data from Facebook, you understand? So that data will come in a very unstructured manner. So you have to structure that data to fit into the question that you want to answer. And because before you start analysis, there's actually an objectives. What am I doing this for? What are we trying to solve? What problem are we trying to solve? So you have to get a data that suits in to the problem that you have. You understand? So when you have the data from sources that are unstructured, you have to structure that data to fit in to your question. So basically that is it. So we look at types of data analysis. As a data analyst, these are actually the kind of work you'll be doing. Like when you have the data, these are actually this process or the step that you must take. If you want to understand what is analysis, you need to understand the types. So we have descriptive. You just like to describe what happened to your data. Understand, like if you have a data set, you just the descriptive analysis here could just be like you want to find the mean, the average, the medians, all those stuff. So those ones are descriptive or analysis. You don't have to do any other thing in that analysis. You just want to discover what happened to your data. You understand? What happened to my data or what's happening to my company? And then you have diagnostic. Why did something happen? If you're in the medical field, you understand what I'm talking about. Just like someone visiting the hospital, I'm having headache, and then you take the person to the lab, just do a check, then to see what happened that this person having headache. And then you go further, you be like predictive analysis, what is likely to happen. Now, if this person does not take these medications, this will be another thing I'd still add to this headache. And that is the prescriptive analysis is what action should be taken. Now, in this one here, it's when you now decide to tell the company that what the company can do to reduce this risk or what the company can do to improve on this social issue. Like it's like a company that I work for remotely anyways. It's give the data analysis actually they have sales from other companies. And so the company they have sales. So the data they send to me are from different sources, from different locations, though they are different from different people that report to, they send their data to me. So now what I do is like, for instance, assume the time the company was doing, the company actually conduct some surveys, some marketing ad on Facebook. You understand? They have a lot of ad that they do. So there's a time they wanted to discover which ad they should stop. You understand? That is, there are some ad that were not giving them enough traffic, but it was not even generating anything for them, but they were spending money for that. But as a company, you can't just go ahead and stop using that because the data has been there. So you have to make use of that data to now make a decision for yourself. So they have to send the data to me, have to do an analysis to show them the kind of ad based on some certain KPIs. And what I mean by KIP, like KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. Now, there are some indicators, you just pick them to, okay, does this ad meet up to this, our target? No. Then, but does this ad consuming our resources? Okay, if yes, it is one of the things to pick. You understand? So all those things you can get them from a data that is already there. You get the predictive analysis is what is likely to happen. If you then tell the person that, okay, let me just give a simple example that you can relate with it. Let's just use Tech Uni as an example. Assume that Tech Uni we just launched the Tech Uni, and let's just say we predicted that by 2023, we'll have up to 200,000 students in Tech Uni. So in 2023, Then the time that we are projected to have the number of students, 2,000, 200 students, 2,000 students, then when we reach that time, that is when we then do analysis. How many number of students do we have? If you have up to 200, okay, fine. That means our predictions are correct. And then if you have less than that, then we now go straight to diagnostic analysis. Why did that happen? Why are we having 150? Why we wanted to have 2,000? You understand? Why are we having only 150? So why did that happen? That is, we still find that in the data set. So, but these are actually factors that they may not be in the data set because these are causes. So it could be that one of the causes you may point out to, one, it could be that Tech Unit did not launch good ads. Tech Unit, oh, there are some okay, yeah, so then the Tech Unit, we now check, we do a diagnostic analysis. Why are we having only 150, though we wanted to have 2,000? So like I'm saying, who is a data analyst? A data analyst is anyone who extracts information from data and then process it and design models that will be used for several business decisions. A data analyst processes data like companies, performance, products, and customers. The information are the kind of job opportunities that you can have as a data analyst. So I said one of it is business intelligence analyst and data analyst and data engineer, quantitative analyst, data analytic consultant, operation analyst, marketing analyst, project manager, a lot of more. Because in fact, data is actually a skill, the responsibilities, as any work you're doing, you should have responsibilities that you have to. There are things you need to do. So like I said, from our definition, we said that a data analyst is someone that collects data, process, analyze large set of data to get actionable business insight. So if you look at it this way, data is actually something you can be found in any industry. Like there's no way that you can't see data. When in school, people will be like, the first and so for you to know a useless course in school is when your lecturer said that this course you can work anywhere. That is when you know that you are doing a useless course. But in data analysis, like in the field of statistics, it's not the same because like anywhere you go, even people on the roadside, they need analysts because they deal with data on a daily basis. I can come to your house and get I can have like 2,000 data set in one house. That is to tell you how anywhere the data is on the street, everywhere. So, and companies are actually trying, once all the companies are trying to actually take advantage of this data generation to actually create some amazing platforms that can help people. Like currently, I am currently working on a project with someone, and we're a team of guys that we come up with idea to work on an agri-tech software. We call it Agri 360. And it's a data-driven software that is going to tell people, like if you want to buy a bag of rice from Lagos, you don't even need to come to Lagos. Just go to the site, click, you can know the price, they move it, understand? We're just trying to use our data skill to come up with a data-driven software that can help people to solve a lot of problems, a lot of them. Because there's already data for that. So it's just for us to get it, prepare the data, and then launch it for business. That is just it. So these are actually the skills. Now, this data analysis, you must have these skills, and these are soft skills. Now, these are skills that people actually, these are skills that if you have them, you can work anywhere, not just for data analysis, but a lot of people actually get this kind of skills. Because number one skill here I said is good analytical thinking. Good one. Have to analyze every step. To be honest with you, even if somebody is talking to you before you are already analyzing the person's thought, you have to, because you can use this skill without touching your system, but you can already, once somebody explains something to you, you should be able to come up with a good an answer to that question. It's a very nice skill that can help you anywhere. And high attention to detail. Now, in data analysis, you need to pay attention to detail. Like this is the #1 skill that you need to have. Just like what I'm saying is this. Now, when you're dealing with data now, data is very, very like, it's something that can kill someone or something that can save someone. Just for instance, assuming you're working in the medical field as a medical analyst, and then you're supposed to, based on your analysis, someone's supposed to take two doses of two doses, and then mistakenly by 2, you now added 0 to it. That is like 20. Understand? It's just a mistake. You just a small mistake. You just added 20, just 0 to 2, making it like 20. It can kill that person. Just the same thing in business. If you are supposed to, based on your analysis, maybe the report was supposed to be something, maybe 10,000, and by mistake you add the 0. Or someone send the data to you that you didn't pay attention to it. That is the first step in analysis, like I said, is data cleaning. That is, you discover those things when you pay attention to that data from the beginning, and then you make sure that the errors that are in the data, you have to remove them before you proceed for analysis. If not, the thing is this, a system, any software or any software you're using for analysis will not reject what you are doing. But the only thing is that the result is not going to be the best. That is just the truth. So you have to pay attention to detail. You see, something you need to have at the back of your mind. You need an excellent mathematical knowledge and skill. And this is the skill that this mathematical knowledge, that is where the softwares that we have, like the Excel, the Power BI, the Python, all those software are there with those functions. Understand? So your own is to now learn these softwares. Understand? Before then, people were doing analysis with us some softwares. You understand? So they now have to implement all those functions that you can use to do all those kind of, and then I study statistics. So, in school, where our lecturers will be teaching us how to get, just to know a relationship, just assuming we want to know a relationship between profit and sales using maybe regression model. If you see how we are solving that in a paper, we have to solve like up to maybe sometimes 4 to 16 pages before you can get the R to now make decision. But with other softwares, we can just select the whole data, just click 1 or 2. You're able to get everything that you're looking for, and you make a decision. You just move on. It's not like going over to the book, starting from A1, to all those things. So the systems are there with these softwares to help you with your mathematical skills. So that is why a data analyst must not be someone that studied mathematics in school or statistics in school. As I know even some of the students I'm even having currently, most of them are not even statistics or mathematics students. They are students. But we have, in fact, they are doing well. You having a strategical and logical approach to problem solving. Just like critical thinking, analytical thinking, and then written and verbal communication. Like you need to know how to write. That is, you need to now, when you're having this, you need to know how to write. Because when you have done with analysis, definitely there's what is called reporting. It's one of the skills that you need to have. You have to report your analysis. So you have to write it down. Can you make use of MS Word or PowerPoint for your reporting? That is, and then verbal communication. You have to communicate your findings. Understand? Once you have done the analysis, you have to stand. I did a volunteer job with the UNDP. I have to research on data for data. These are development planning stuff. So I have to get data from budget and development planning data from Ghana. I was assigned to Ghana. So when I got the data after the research, I extracted all the data, I got the whole data, finish analysis, have to prepare a report. Of course, I have to send that report to them. Also, I have to present it to them on Zoom and explain to them how I was able to get the data, how I was able to analyze the data, what did I find, all those things. So you have to know how to talk. You don't have to I can use the system. But if you can't communicate your findings to me, then honestly, I would feel like this person don't know what he's doing. So you have to know how to communicate to people. Understand? Not just for analysis purpose, but how can you talk to someone and the person will understand you? It's a skill that you need to have. Ability to work with a team. Like as a data analyst, like guy, you are in the field, you are in the midst of all department. Let's just say you're working in a company. The marketing department, you must talk to them. The let's use the marketing department and the management itself, because you have to report to the management. The marketing are sending you data of their marketing, all the so you have to be in a team of guys. Sometimes you'll be working with people that some of them are not even data analysts, some of them they are developers. So you have to know how to mingle with them, talk to them. You understand? Because if you don't know this, your work will be difficult for you. And you need to have a good research skill. Data analysis, before you get data, you must have data before you get it. I don't know that you understand. That is, before you even start making use of that data, the data is somewhere. Just like if I need data from you now, I just have to, maybe I'll develop some research questions about a particular topic. I will share the questions and people will answer me. I'll get the data I'm looking for. Very simple. So this research can be done through questionnaires and like my final year, I didn't even use questionnaire because it was like a waste of resources, because I did my questions on Google form. I share with a lot. In fact, I even got more respondent, because when I share it with some groups, students were able to answer it I don't even need to stand there and be waiting for them. So these are actually some platforms you can maximize them, make use of them to do a lot of things. So you can just use Google Form, ask people, have research about some certain topics. You understand? You get your details, you go ahead and start your analysis. Ability to analyze and then interpret it. I already said that on this written and communication, but you need to, once you analyze the data, definitely you have to interpret it, because not everybody that is an analyst, so you have to interpret the data, what you're finding, so that they too can understand what you're trying to say. So these are the technical skills, the softwares. I have the Excel is there, MS Word is there, PowerPoint is there. These are powerful tools you can use for reporting. Have to type your findings, make everything presentable. You have the Tableau here for visualization, Python, R, and SQL. All those ones are coding. The Python, you guys put them in one line, because those ones are coding. You have to, for you to use them, you have to understand, you have to have the knowledge of programming, learn it, then you can start using it. But those other ones, Excel, SPSS, Power BI, those ones are just drop and click. You understand? They are drop and just have, it's for you to learn how to navigate through the softwares. We just drop and click. But then if you look at these softwares like Python, R and SQL, those softwares are actually free of charge. You don't pay for them. But like Tableau now, you pay for this kind of software. You pay for Power BI also, because they'll give you a trial version. So once that trial version expired, you have to now subscribe, like pay for the premium version, especially the table. Like the Microsoft Power BI actually have a desktop, the Power BI desktop that is free of charge for a lifetime. But Tableau the desktop is just 14 days. After 14 days, you have to pay for it. But then the Power BI now, Power BI have online Power BI, desktop, and then mobile. You can even download Power BI on your phone. You just go to Google Store or your app and Apple Store. You can see Power BI there. You can download it and be using it to do analysis. Once you load your data there, I'm telling you can use it and analyze even with your phone, because we have Power BI mobile, Power BI desktop, and the Power BI and online. So all these are softwares that you can make use of them for amazing analysis. So this one I just like, I think the salaries are based on the experience that you have. You see, this is entry level. This is not like a certain stuff, and it's just, this is an average. You get, you can't just make, when you are making, this is kind of descriptive analysis, so it's just an average of what you can get as a data analyst and based on your level. But then, and it still depends on where you're working with, because if you look at this chart here too, you can see that the salary is based on the place you're working. Like the UK one is different from, understand? So that's just how it is. So for those of us that are from able Nigeria too, based on this, you can go to this website, you can check about salaryexplorer.com. You can see this chart there. I just have to get it just to show you guys, based on your level of experience, this is what you can gain as a data analyst in Nigeria. And then this is how to become a data analyst. Now, I said, the first of all, you have to research and plan. You understand? You don't just, you just jump into it like that. There are some people that, one thing is where you have to research what is data analysis, and this is what we are doing for you at TechUni. You understand? You have to understand what you are doing. Like personally, I study statistics. It's not like I apply for statistics in school. I apply for computer science, and then the school offered me statistics. I never knew about statistics. So the first thing, immediately I saw my course, I have to go online and start researching what is statistics, how is it, where can a statistician work, and all of this. And that is when I now discovered that one of the skill of a statistician is data analysis. In my year 2, that is from year 2 that I started analysis. From my year 2 in university, I have to pay and learn SPSS year 2. Because that was in educational, SPSS is mostly used for educational research. So I now have to go and pay and learn SPSS. And I was very lucky that in my school, I was like the big book in analysis. All my coursemates were like, because even my coursemates was the one that did their project from chapter 1 to chapter 5. I taught even in National Open University before I finished school. I have to go and teach in National Open University, where my lecturer sent me to go and teach statistical computing. It was just SPSS to go and teach year 3. I went there and I taught them very well. So you have to research what do I want to do? What I'm trying to do now, what is data analysis? What are the type of data analysis? What is the field of data analysis that I can go into? Then you work on your skills, and then you gain hands-on experience, and then you showcase your work. That is where you build portfolio. You can just have a portfolio of what you do so that you can, when someone say, you're a data analyst, so now I see what you don't do now. You get all those, in Nigeria, normally that is, people want to see. Like, guy, let me see, as a data analyst, let me see what you've done. Showcase your work and your experience. Then you keep learning. Then you look for internship. You understand? Even if job is not there yet, guy, look for internship and start. Those things have helped me. I have a lot of internship. Just like I said, I work with United Nations as their volunteer. After that volunteer job, I got a job with them. Like through that, because I was doing it with, even though I was doing that first one for free, understand, I was doing it with my whole heart, like, because I love the experience. So I was just doing just that. I was doing that just to get the experience. You understand? It helps you to open you up for more, just like as a data analyst, if you have all your data analysis and jobs, you have been working in the bank, and somebody says, okay, come and work in the hospital. Guy, if you go there, if you don't have an experience, you fumble. Because the kind of data you see, it's not the same data structure that you'll be seeing there. So when you have those opportunities to learn, guys, just jump into it so you can learn and just get the experience and keep. Something will come, then get more. So you go for advanced certification. So that is basically what I'll have to show you guys. And thank you so much for following me to the end of my presentation. But I think I'll still have to just show you guys I will just show you guys some things you can see, just like the softwares, maybe based on what I'm saying. Like I have a Power BI desktop, which I still have a Power BI online. That is the online one is especially it's used when just like I'm working with TechUni remotely now. If TechUni have the what's now, if I'm working with TechUni as a data analyst, I don't need to do work and be sending it to the email. You know, TechUni also have a Power BI online account. So whatever I finish my work for my desktop, I just share it with my workspace online. Understand? I will show you Power BI online. I just go over here, look at it. It's very like it's so interesting that you you just like what you're doing without stress. Look at it. This is my Power BI online. Get I have an account. This is my account username. You see, so you can see there are some reports. If you just finish your work from your desktop, you just share it with you share it in your workspace. So in your workspace now, see in your workspace, you can just share your work like this. And this is a dashboard that the same thing you were doing there, you can even edit it online. I can still edit this thing. If maybe I see that there's any mistake, I can go over here and edit it. See, there are a lot of files that I've shared here and all of that. This one is a dashboard. This is a HR dashboard. Get to just to make the whole data set to look beautiful. Get these are dashboard that you get inside from the whole data and all of that. So even the Python, I use Python also for analysis. I think I have one of my things. So all those things are just skills that when you have them, when you have those skills that help you to to have this kind of freedom that people are looking for. A lot of people are looking for freedom, but they can't have it. Why? Because they are being paid somewhere because of money. You know, people, but when you have a career in tech, it actually gives you this kind of freedom that people will be like, guy, if they work at all, they get, but you just have it. That is just the truth. You have the skill and then you have the freedom. If you don't have the skill, I don't think you have the freedom because everybody just want to ride on you. But when you have these skills, they're actually skills that are marketable anyway, like especially data. Like I said, it's a skill that data analysis, I'm not trying to overhype it anyways, but people that know, if you go online and just search for data analysis job, and you can see so many, and they are real actually. It's not like people are posting it for just their fake job, but there are lots of applicants. That is just the truth. So one thing in this tech skill is this. In the tech industry, if you have opportunity to learn a skill, learn it very well so that, because there are a lot of competitions, a lot of them, you can have a lot of applications. So you only need to make sure you pick the best for yourself, because I don't want to pick someone that will be giving me headache. So once you have opportunity to learn, just learn it and have it at the best of your ability. That is just the truth. So I'll be go back to where I ask for questions. So in case you have questions for me, you can ask me. So proceed from there. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining to the end.
Yeah, thank you so much, Solomon Fanen. We deeply appreciate you taking the time to explain all that. One of the things you said that is significant is many people want freedom, but they don't want to learn the skill. So if you learn the skill, you get the freedom. The truth is data is the new gold. Facebook, all these companies you are seeing, they tell you they are social media companies, they are internet marketing companies. They are not. The main business they are into is the business of data. Okay, Facebook mine your data, Apple mine your data, because it is those data that they use to sell and resell to you. So data is the new gold. If you know how to interpret data, you're a king. Okay, I know last year, when we partnered, before we launched Tech Uni, we partnered with a tech company in the UK to do we give out some CareerEdu data analysis scholarships. So we gave out these scholarships about 30, how many people? I think about 10 or 30 persons, because I know it's, I think it's 30K. So I think we give to about 10 persons, yes. So one of the persons that benefited from the scholarship, he had actually applied for a master's in data science. He came to do master's in September. He did this data thing, the data analysis course scholarship. He did it in, I think it was around April, May. And by the time he came in September, he wrote me. He said, by the time he came, he told me, he's like, he went to school and all the things they are teaching him at school, he has already learned from the 30K course and, everything. And eventually he went ahead. Currently, he's interning at one of the biggest building societies in the world. He's interning. He's won some awards. So the beauty of tech is that the skills you learn, one, you can be part of a bigger organization. And secondly, you can actually not just be part of the bigger organization, you can also be you can actually build something for yourself. So learning the skill in tech is very, very empowering. So it's not like, it's also like maybe becoming a doctor or something, or becoming a lawyer, okay? Either way, you can actually work in somebody's chambers or you can set up your own. So in tech, you can, if you learn that skill, you can begin your own startup, okay? You can actually wake up and begin your own startup, create your own solutions, and data is key. So if you have any questions, please, can you kindly put it in the chat box so that Solomon can address them. If you have any questions, kindly put it in the chat box so that they can be addressed. Okay. While you are putting in the questions, I'm typing the TechUni website in the chat box so that you can go there. It's www.techuni.io, and yeah, so that is our website. And if you go to www.techuni.io, you can find how to register for the next cohort. So please talk about TechUni to your people. If you have siblings, if you have relatives, if you have friends, okay, who are staying at home unemployed, there is really nothing to gain. Okay, all they need to do is just to change. Learning a skill can change a lot for them. Okay, it can actually put them on the path to prosperity. Okay, and also make them very responsible and accountable for their own finances. So learning a skill, data analysis is key. We at the moment we have about 19 courses in TechUni. Data analysis has 3 courses: the fundamentals, the basic, the intermediate, and the advanced. So for the basic data analysis course, it's data analysis with Excel, sorry. And for the intermediate, we have data analysis with Power BI and Tableau. And for the advanced, we have data analysis with Python. The students of the data analysis class can testify that it's been amazing. They've learned so much and they are doing so much. So it's actually a steal at that price. I know a lot of people who learn data analysis for 700,000 Naira. Okay, but at TechUni, even with just 50,000, and in 1 month, you can actually be very proficient with Excel, which is like the fada, or the basics, the fundamentals of data analysis. So most of us grew up knowing Microsoft Excel and just knowing a little thing about it. But the truth is, the OGs in data analysis, how you know somebody who is really good is how strong are your Excel skills. So there are 1,000,001 things you can do with Excel. So don't neglect it. And that's why Microsoft Excel is the course we teach in the basic data analysis class. But if you want to do more, you can always progress to the intermediate class, where you learn everything with Power BI and Tableau, okay, in terms of presenting your data and visualization of your data. And Python is also there in the advanced class so that you can actually program data. Okay, so what we do at Tech Uni is empowerment. So feel free, we're still open to partnership. If you want to partner with us, maybe to sponsor people in your locality, 100 persons, 200 persons, 20 youth, join us. We are always open. We give discounts if you're enrolling many persons. And then we also have the Tech Uni sales force, okay, which is also the easiest way you can actually make money, because for every 10 students you enroll, you are paid commission basis of 50,000 naira. So that is also very good. You can enroll 200 students and make 1 million in a month. So that's up to you. So please, if you're interested in all this, feel free to reach out, okay? Feel free to reach out. I'll leave my number in the message, in the chat box. So feel free to reach out, and let's see what we can do together, okay? I am still not seeing any question.
So yeah, I've seen a question in the chat. I've seen a question.
Okay, yeah. I just saw it. What's the difference between
I
data
saw
science and data analytics? So can you go ahead and answer?
Okay, what is the difference between data analyst and data science and data analysis? Okay, data analyst, data science actually is they can say is a scientific discipline that explores parts of all kind of unstructured data. It explores all kind of unstructured data. Now, data analysis is actually inside data science. Now, a data scientist, like a data scientist, it's someone that deals with data in every aspect of it, like someone that develops models, like someone that works as all these AI applications. You understand? Make use of data to develop AI applications. Yet, and then so data analysis is actually a part of the data science. Just like it's someone that is working as a data analyst, that person can become a data scientist. But then that is if the person can handle all aspects of data. But data analysis is just someone just a data analyst, someone that examines large data. You understand? Just to identify some certain trend and to find what is happening to my data. Whereas a data scientist is someone that develops models for that particular data. Just like, okay, this is what we have. So the person that is the person that use pure coding. This person, as a data scientist, the person that developed, you can call them like machine learning, all those stuff. So it still makes use of data to develop applications that serve as data delivering app that. Like for instance, like me now, I can say I'm a data scientist because I make use of programming to develop data-driven applications. That is what I do. But then data analysis is just part of it. Because just like data engineering is also part of data science. So all the people in data science and data engineering, business analysts, all those things are actually part of data science. So data science is actually like a department that have other courses inside. And so I don't know whether I have explained that enough to that.
That's a very good answer. Just a very quick analogy. Okay, just
Yes.
data science as the mother of all of them,
Yes,
and
the mother.
this is just one of the children. Okay,
just one of it,
so,
just like inside the data science.
Yeah, so it's a subset of data science, and a data analyst a data scientist can do more than just analyze data. Okay, you can
analyze data,
can develop data, you can manipulate data, you can do other things with data, including machine learning and artificial intelligence, like you said. Okay, is there any other question? Okay, Adedayo is asking, if one is not good at calculations, can the person still become a professional data analyst?
Yes, it's very cheap. Like I already explained that from when I said you need to have a good and an excellent mathematical skill, knowledge. But I said that this skill that you need, it's already embedded in all the softwares that you are using. So you only need to learn the softwares and know how to navigate through them. Because like if you go to Excel now, Excel have all the mathematical functions that you need. So your own is to understand how to use the mathematical functions to do mathematical calculations. Is understand. So that is why these skills, the softwares are here for you to learn them and they understand. So you don't really need to have good calculation skill because the software, like one of the advantage of system is accuracy. Once you have provided the right data, it will give you the right information. So it's for your own is to learn how to ask the computer what you need. That is the correct question. So all the mathematical questions that you function and questions that calculation that you need, they are into those all the packages. If you go to Python, all the mathematical functions are there. We call them keywords that you can use them to answer all your questions. So you don't, it's not like you must know maths in the class. I'm telling you, it's not like that.
Okay, that's a very good answer. Just a very quick one. Most times, just to buttress what he is saying, okay, it's like in photography. Before you need to know this and know that and know about apertures and all that, but no, all these things in most of your new gadgets and new phones, all these things have been taken care of. So you just point your phone camera and take a shot. Okay, so all the mathematics you need is already factored into the software. Okay, Adeda, I'm aware you're a video editor, so you know, do you understand all the things for video editing? All you need is just know how to use the software. Every other thing, sound and everything has already been factored in, so you can import sound, you can import anything. So same way, most of your Excel, Power BI, they already have functions and mathematics equations. They've already analyzed inside the software. So all you need is master how to manipulate the software and how to work with data, and you're good to go. Okay, Maurice is asking, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good should your Excel skills be before progressing to data science?
Well, an Excel skill, well, I think the person should be like, how good should your analyst skill before progressing to data science? Because Excel is not just one of the applications for data scientists. So for you learning Excel alone, it's not just, you can't just use from Excel and then you jump to data science or something. There's some other analytical skill like this. There's one that is called a click view. And there's a click view. It's a kind of a data science application for data analysts. You use it basically online, but the question the person asking that on what scale, how good should your Excel skill be? Okay, let's just talk about Excel then. You know, Excel is actually, you use it, like I said, Excel can be used for so many things. So it depends if you want to learn Excel as an advanced Excel, because Excel can be used for project management. And if you look at someone that uses Excel for project management, the person has nothing to do with data analysis functions in Excel. You can see that the person only using Excel for what the person needed for. So as a data analyst, you have some specific functions that you can use just to achieve whatever you want to do concerning your data. So it's not like going learning Excel per se. Like I want to learn Excel to have this. But if you have a good knowledge of the analysis or the analysis tool pack in Excel, this analysis tool pack in Excel, that is for pure statistical analysis. That is where you use that one to develop models for like regression model, all those things. So you need to understand that, how to use that, how to make a decision with those kind of, and like using, let me ask you, using analysis tool pack, because that one has the real statistics, because the data science use pure statistics to make decisions to develop these models. Like they have a lot of statistical models they use. Regression is actually one of the one that most, even me, and that is the one I use mostly. You have Bayesian and a lot of functions. So in Excel now, there's an statistical analysis tool pack that you can make use of. If you learn how to understand that one, then you have opened yourself So once you understand that, once you switch to coding, you understand. So as a data scientist moving into that, you need to know programming. It's very important. You need to learn programming. So you have to switch to Python, or you have to learn R programming. R programming is also for data analysis, for data science. So it's either program R or Python. You understand? So if you understand Excel very well, the functions they're supposed to use. And on the scale, okay, on the scale of 1 to 10, let us, on the scale of 5 from, let's just say that is 5 is the middle of it. From there, we can just switch to it. And one thing about learning is that you don't stop learning because have achieved this level. Because if you just learn small, before you know, you discover that there are certain things that maybe you didn't know, but as you are learning, you keep discovering them. So, but I can tell you that on the scale of 5, you can actually switch them. But there's always room for returning back from, you understand, you can even learn the two at the same time, like the Excel and the data science that you're asking. You can be learning the two at the same time, depending on how you can understand.
Okay. A very good answer to the question. So, Maurice, if you want to actually perfect your Excel skills,
Okay.
what you can do is to join, take our basic data analysis course, which is data analysis with Excel. Okay, so we can.
Very good question. He asks that, is there Python specifically for data analysis? No. It's not there's no Python for data analysis, but there's a data frame. Now, Python is used for many things. There's Python for web. That is Python for web that use Dingo, people that use it for web development, for data, for framework. What they are using is different. But now when they're using when you're using Python for data analysis, there are some Python functions, packages, you understand, that are basically for data analysis. You understand? Like you have, maybe for instance, for plotting of there are some, if you go to Python, and Python for data analysis, you can decide on the environment you want to use for it. Like me, I use Jupyter Notebook, but I can also use Visual Studio for data analysis packages. So Python has inbuilt functions that are basically for data analysis. So when you want to use them, like when you go to Jupyter Notebook, before you start, you have to import those functions. Like this, a package that is called pandas. Pandas is for data manipulation. That is the one that you use to import data into your system, into that environment. So you also have NumPy. NumPy is that talk about numbers, how you can manipulate your numbers. And the pandas is how you can manipulate your data set. That data set you are bringing into your system. You understand? So you also have Matplot. Matplot now is for plotting of your, after you have done your analysis, in case you want to plot bar chart and all of that. You have the Seaborn, you have the SCAD Those ones are for machine learning. So these functions, there are packages that are built into the system. So you import them. Once you import them, system can now recognize that this one is there. So like for instance, if I want to import data into my Python environment, like Jupyter Notebook, if I don't import pandas, the Python cannot, in fact, no matter what I do, I can't get that data. I have to import pandas. So pandas is used for, like pandas can help you now to bring that data into your environment. So there's Python packages basically for that. So someone that is using Python for web, you don't need pandas, you don't need NumPy, you don't need Matplot, because that is not what. So the person that is using it for that, the person too can just go with his own this thing, packages that the person have to use to do his homework. That is how it works, actually.
Okay. Thank you very much for graciously taking all the questions. Maurice, thank you very much for asking those very
okay. Yeah, thank you, Maurice. Welcome.
Okay. So in the absence of any further question, we are going to be closing this session in a short while. Just remember, we have other open day series. We have a series on ebook writing and publishing. And sometime next week, I think it's by Tuesday, but I'm going to announce it on all our channels as well as present the link. Okay, recording of this video will be edited properly and then the recording uploaded to our YouTube channel. I believe you've all gotten immense value, and I sincerely appreciate, most especially our guest speaker, Fanen Solomon Iorwuese, who is the lead faculty at Data Analysis at Tech Uni. Thank you very much, Fanen, for that very elaborate, very comprehensive lecture. And we're going to keep doing our best in ensuring that tech education is available for even the less privileged, and that young people in Africa benefit from this means at increasing their skills, increasing their potential, and pulling themselves out of multi-dimensional poverty. And I will catch you on the next one.